Good morning, guys. Welcome to the shop. It's me, Kyle, the Tool Rambler. Today is Monday, November 24th, 2025, the week of Thanksgiving, and I've decided to take a week of vacation, my first all year, and hopefully I can get some content put together, show you guys some stuff. I thought I'd start the week by just going over my handyman's loadout. This is a Cobalt tool bag. I've had it forever. They seem to last pretty well, but I'm going to go over some of the tools that I use just to fix stuff around the house, fix stuff around other people's houses. It's got a little bit of this and that, some mostly household stuff, electrical stuff, you know, things you need for hanging paintings on the wall or fixing a door or cabinet hinge, but we can also do some circuit testing, replace some outlets. But let me go through it. This is just what I've collected over the years. I know there's a lot of redundancy in it, and I probably need to refine it. I can lower my load, but anyway, let's start with the front. As you can see, the front is where I keep pretty much all of my pliers. I've got, these are the Knipex AWG 1020. These are a great set of stripping pliers, electrical pliers. It'll do solid 10 to 16, and then stranded is up here at the top. It'll also go 12 to 20. You've got pretty good, like duckbill kind of pliers on the front for twisting wire. You've got a couple of bolt cutters down here. You've got some big cutters here if you need to clip some Romex, that kind of stuff. But anyway, great set of pliers. Then I've got my Knipex linemans. These are the comfort grip. Like these a lot. You know, they've got the fish tape puller there if you're pulling some wire. Got your cutters. Same, pretty much just typical lineman's pliers. Then I've just got, sometimes you need some needle nose. I got a cheap pair of Cobalts I threw in there because I had them laying around. This is, what are these? I think these are Craftsman. Yeah, they're actually Craftsman USA. So I like these a lot. I don't know how long I've had them. They just lay around. Another pair of USA made. These can use a cleanup. These are channel locks. It says made in USA right there. These are the number 357 diagonal cutters, or dikes as a lot of people call them. Then I've got my, gotta have electrical tape. Got my Knipex pliers wrench. This is a great, it takes the place of your adjustable wrench. This particular one, once again, I need to clean it up. It has seen some use. This one is the 8605 250, the 250 millimeter. It goes, I'm not sure how wide it goes. 1 3/4. So it goes 46 millimeter or 1 3/4. So there you go. The great thing about these is they're smooth jawed, so they won't gnar up your fastener. Tighter, you can get it pretty close, and the tighter you squeeze, the more pressure you get. Great set of pliers. If you don't have them, I highly recommend them. Then I've got, these are the Knipex 8201 200. Another great set. They've got that push button slip joint, and they've also got that screw grabber in the front. If you got a strip screw, you can grab onto it, turn it, get it out. And then I've got the long reach needle nose. I bought these for one specific purpose. When I was in the pool maintenance business, we were opening up a pool, and apparently the stopper, when you winterize a pool, you put plugs in the skimmers, and apparently the plug that we had in this skimmer was just slightly too loose, because when my helper undid the nut on the top, it went straight down the pipe and we couldn't reach it. So luckily it didn't get sucked through the elbow and really screw up the plumbing, but I was able to run over to Ace Hardware. These are made by Crescent, I believe. Crescent X2, but these were long enough, and the way they're designed with the two pivot points, when you expand them, they don't get wider, they stay pretty narrow. So I was able to get it down that 1.5 inch pipe, grab the plug and pull it out, crisis averted. So these are always good to have, nice and handy. So I'm gonna move the pliers out of the way, and I'm gonna flip this around. This is our screwdriver side. Oh, this is a nice shoulder strap. This came from a tactical sling off a rifle, but works great for this. I've got too many Klein screwdrivers on this side. I will probably thin this out and get it down to just 1 or 2, but I can't decide, and when you need them, you need them. So maybe I'll pare it down, find something else to take that place, but for now they work pretty well. I've got this is the Impact 11-in-1, and I'm going to do a whole segment on Klein, but this is a nice ratcheting screwdriver. It also has bit drivers built in. Doesn't have the opening at the top, but you can flip it around. You know, typical, kind of works like the Klein, the regular Klein that we're all used to, but this one has a ratchet. And all of these are impact rated, so you can pop that out, put that in your impact. Works great. Then I have the 14-in-1 HVAC. This one does have the different bits. This particular one even has the one for the Schrader valve on it, which is nice. And you can make it short if you need it shorter, make it long, however you want. Comes with a 1/4 5/16 flip socket, which is nice. And like a lot of these Kleins, the way it works, you put that 1/4 on there, you take out your bit, you move the 1/4 up just 1 notch, and now it becomes a bit holder, and it's got a magnet in there so that bit is firmly in place. Great screwdriver to have. Takes the place of several other screwdrivers. So anyway, that's the 14-in-1 HVAC. Then I have the 20-in-1 adjustable impact. This one is not a ratchet, but it does have the removable. This one is SAE, I believe. Where is it? Somewhere I have, there it is, the corresponding metric. So this one goes 1/4 up to 9/16, and the metric goes 7 all the way up to 14. So if you need them, there you go. Then this is the Impact 13-in-1 ratchet. Same thing, I like the ratcheting action on that. These bits, you can pull them out, put them in your Impact if you want to. They have a bit on either side. They have this piece in the middle that supposedly absorbs some of that impact so that you can work it in an impact and not destroy things. It's got, I think 5 more, but each one has 2. So that's what makes it the 13-in-1. So you've got 10, 11, 12, and then you got a 1/4 inch nut driver right there. Great little screwdriver. And then for the precision tasks, I've got the Klein. This is the 27-in-1 tech screwdriver. Right now it's got the little Phillips on the end, but it's, I'll go more in depth in this, but it's got a little bit of everything. It's got Torx. I don't think these are secure. Yep, they're security Torx. So if you need Torx bits for doing your electronics work, things like that, it's a good one to have. I'm gonna put all this stuff back in here so I don't get too disorganized. And now we're gonna go to the side pockets. Well, first of all, you always need gloves. So I'm gonna take this carabiner off. I've got my Hilti laser measure here, because you never know when you might need to know the dimensions of a room or the height of a ceiling, anything like that. So it's a laser, point it at the wall, hit the button. You gotta have something it can bounce off of. And let me find something. It's not liking it. Might need new batteries. There we go. from here to the ceiling's 5 foot 3 1/8 inch. So it's a neat little tool. It works great for like measuring rooms, that kind of stuff. Got my Milwaukee gloves. Great to have on hand. You always need gloves. Then I've got a bit adapter. I'll pull this out. I've got my Milwaukee Fuel brushless. This is the 1/4 inch impact driver. I'm not sure. I've had this one for a while. It's always good to have. I keep my. I love this. The Wera bit adapter. Just pop it in there. If you need to take it out, just pull it out. It has a fancy name. I can't remember what it is, but well, anyway, it's the Wera bit adapter. It's my 1/4 inch impact. Always good to have. But if I need something longer, I can pop that out. Now, got the longer one. That one's by DeWalt. Put that back in there. Also in here, it's a tight fit, but I've got some nut drivers. It's kind of a mess here, but I can, you know, these are Craftsman and DeWalt. I also have, if I needed to, I could pop this out. It's a 1/4 inch, but I could pop this on, and now I can drive 1/2 inch impact sockets. So we got that, and then this is the DeWalt set SAE. It goes from 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch. It's got the adapter here, just like anything else. Pop that on there, and now you got a nut driver. Really comes in handy. Sorry if any of this is out of the frame. I'm not looking at it, so I'm not sure how that, but I may have to refilm the whole thing. Who knows, but I got the whole week off, so I can do it again. Let me see if I can get this put back together. I'm not sure how all that goes, but I know it fit before. Oh, maybe this goes up here. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. All right, so moving on, I've got some more bits. This is the Wera, the Bit Check BC7 Universal. And then I've got my Grab It Speed Out Pro damaged screw extractor. I have not yet been able to make these work. Every time I try, all I end up doing is destroying the screw. Supposedly you drill with this side, that opens up the bit, and then you turn it around. Everything you do in reverse on your, you need a drill with a chuck. It won't work on an impact driver like that. But anyway, keep it there. It may work one day, who knows. Let's move to the other side. Over here, got my tape measure, got my razor knife. Here's, you know how when you're working inside an electrical box, you've got those little nuts. Electricians know what I'm talking about, but this is how you when you get your conduit fitting into the side of an electrical box. This is how you tighten up those little nuts. See if there's anything else in there. I don't think so. And that's by Husky. I don't have it on me. I usually have my my Fastback by Milwaukee on me. For some reason I don't today. Another DeWalt bit adapter. This is for stripping Romex. Another Wera Bit Check. It's got your adapter there. It's got a whole bunch of all kinds of bits. So you never know when you might need or what bits you're going to need. This is the Craftsman version of that Speed Out. Once again, still have not been able to make these things work. But hope springs eternal. All right, moving on to the inside. I carry 3 insulated screwdrivers just in case I got to go into the breaker box. These are by Milwaukee. We've got the flat, the combination. Electricians know what that is, I'm not sure. And then you've got the number 2 Phillips. I think it's a number 2. And these are rated to 1,000 volts. So if you're playing around in a panel, you just want to make sure you don't want to short anything out. There you go. As always, a pry bar. don't want to use your screwdriver, get a pry bar. This is a Milwaukee. It's got the striking tip. It's like an 8-inch pry bar. It's nothing huge, but if you need it, it's there. Of course, flashlight. This one is an extreme beam. They're out of business, but man, they made some great flashlights. Multimeter. If you're doing any electrical work at all, you're going to need your multimeter. I also carry the non-contact voltage tester. So there, that power strip is live. And there you go, it's off. Then I've got my outlet tester. You can plug this in. It shows you if you got the middle one, you've got an open ground. If it's the right one, open neutral. If all of them are not lit, it's an open hot. If you've got the red and the right, hot ground reversed. If you've got the red and the center, you've got the hot neutral reversed. And if both orange ones light up by themselves, you've wired that outlet correctly. You can also test your GFCI. Push that button, it'll short the circuit. There you go. Always nice to have, pretty much, if you're doing any electrical work. This is the Fluke 117 True RMS multimeter. I left it on, but anyway, there we go. Got my leads in here, all of that. So if you know how to use a multimeter, I'm not going to show you now. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I'm not an expert, but it does help when you want to know what the voltage is. Like on one of my previous, I don't know if I've released that video yet on the furnace, but after the lightning struck and killed our TV, and eventually found out it also killed our furnace ignition control, we had 140 volts to every outlet in the house, and this is how I confirmed that. So had to get that fixed. Some additional leads for the multimeter if I need them. Also in here I've got my headlamp. Of course, batteries are dead on that, so let me put that on the list of things to do. Is this battery or yep. No, this one's rechargeable, so you need to get that charged up. Of course, you always find out when you need it, so maybe this little video will save me some frustration, and I'll get that charged and it'll be ready when I need it. Okay, a few other things I've got. All right, Vera. This is a small 1/4-inch socket set. Oop, this piece goes in here. This is a great socket set. Just for everyday things, small, like when you're fixing appliances, washer dryer goes out, you can take it apart. This is a cool little ratchet. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but it's the rotating head. You can use it like a screwdriver if you need to. Also, one thing I like, this little piece rotates, so you can hold it and do that. Let me put all that back. But this particular one, you can get them on Amazon. I think they're anywhere from 80 to 100 bucks. This one is the SAE. It goes from 3/16, and what I like, you rotate them, and then they pop out. It goes from 3/16 to 1/2, and then you've got all of these bits right here. It's got your bit adapter. It's called a wrap adapter. That's the same thing as this. This one is designed for a ratchet. This one's designed for a 1/4, but they're the same thing. You've got a little extension, but you got to turn that. It's one of those wobble extensions, so you put it on and you got a wobble, but if you want it fixed, you just push it on one more click and now it's fixed. So great little tool there. But what if you need metric? Well, that's where this comes in. So order the SAE or the metric, and then you can order the rail with the corresponding, SAE or metric, whatever you need. So this one goes from 5 to 13. It's got 5, 5.5, 6. I don't think it has a skip. Yep, 6, 7, 8, 10. So it does skip the 9. It does have an 11, 12, 13. So it's 5 to 13 minus the 9. So anyway, I keep it clipped right here. What else do I have in here? So I've got some stubby Craftsman ratcheting wrenches. Came in this neat little case. But these are the metric. That's an 18. This particular set, I think I got it at Lowe's. Oops. This goes from 10 to 18. And so there are some skips. I'm not sure which ones they skip. They're 12 point It's got 10, 11, 12, skips 13, then 14, 15, skips 16, 17, 18. So if you need a little stubby ratcheting wrench, it's right there. And of course, I got the metric. Also got the SAE. This one goes from 3/8 to 3/4. A few other things I have in here. Oh, just in case need to pull something through a small spot. Just kind of, this is the smaller version, the hemostats, forceps, whatever you call them. Smaller version of this. I've used this to pull wire. I can see it in the wall. I can reach in there and grab it and pull it. So that helps. There's a little strap in there, so that helps keep that organized. I keep my torpedo level in there. This one happens to be magnetic. Well, yeah, there we go. So it'll stick. Great for hanging pictures or anything like that. And then the last thing I have in here, well, two things. I've got the electrician's test light. The way this works, you stick this in the hot side of the outlet. If you touch that, that'll ground it. It's protected. Just make sure you're holding onto the plastic. And there's a little light, you can barely see it in here, that comes on, but that'll let you know if that outlet is hot, just like that non-contact tester I have. And then last but not least, my set of 4 Milwaukee picks. You know, you've got the 90, the wiggle worm there, the straight, and the hook. These always come in handy. So that's my loadout. It evolves over time. I've added, I've subtracted, and I'm sure I'll update it as I go. I think I went through every pocket, but anyway, that's what my handyman tool bag looks like. So if you guys have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, I'm Kyle the Tool Rambler. Everybody, ramble on.